What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. It is none other than No Face, No Case. And I'm coming through. It's my very first YouTube video. And I want to let y'all know that I am anonymous. And I will stay that way because I have a job. Let's go ahead and keep that real. Okay? And with this channel, the intent is to be messy, but not to leave trace. Right? We want to talk about what we want to talk about. We want to be open. And sometimes that does get messy. But we don't want anyone to be weird, trying to dox us, trying to affect our day-to-day lives. Right? But with that being said, we will not be trolling. We will not be being hateful. But sometimes the truth is what people don't want to hear. So if that's the case, it is what it is. Free space, free reign, give your opinion. It is what it is. Now, I want to talk about this young woman out of Ohio. Her name is Brittany Watts. I'm going to go ahead and cut to the clip. Let's get into it.
Brittany Watts of Ohio was just under 22 weeks pregnant in September, says a coroner's report, and had gone to the hospital at least twice for pain. Both times she left after being made to wait for hours without treatment, according to the Washington Post.
Ended up going home, had a miscarriage like many others have experienced, and is now being charged with abuse of a corpse.
Maris is not Watts' attorney, but is a defense and trial lawyer closely watching this case. The Post says Watts returned to the hospital, where a nurse called police after Watts told the nurse that remains from the miscarriage could be found at Watts' home.
Okay, so y'all heard that bullshit just like how I heard it. So there's a lot of things that come to my mind, and that is what I'm going to continue to do on this channel. I love information. I love news stories. I love examining nonsense. And people will really just grab at anything. So if I am hearing this correctly, and drop down in the comments to correct me if I miss something, this young lady is not only being charged, this young lady is being charged not for harming anybody who was alive or anyone that is set to be alive, set to be born. She's being charged with flushing a toilet after she had the life leave her belly. If you catch my drift, after that occurred while she was using the bathroom or while she was sitting on the commode, on the toilet, she's being charged for flushing the toilet after the fact. And then going to the hospital. Mind you, she went to the hospital previously and she was not helped. Right? So she goes home, she experiences this at home. Who's to say what could have happened if she would have got the adequate assistance at the hospital? We'll never know. We will never know. But it's like she goes home, right? And then she does this, and then she does, quote unquote, the right thing. Returns back to the hospital, right? Returns back. And she's like talking to the nurse, and then the nurse calls the police, which I assume, is the right thing to do in that situation. But now she's charged for flushing the toilet because the toilet clogged. My thing is, stuff like this really solidifies that we are living in the day and age to where everything that we have been taught to do correctly is out the window, because it's like you will get in trouble for doing the right thing. Case in point, this is not on the topic, but I want to say last week, someone brought me a bag of items that was delivered to their house that was open, right? And I looked at it and I was like, okay, typically, like in other situations, this has happened to me a few times in my area. Amazon be on some fuck shit. USPS, they will deliver shit to the complete different area. Like people be on some weird ass shit. So I have just GPS the address and dropped off the package in the past. I've done that a few times. I was just going to do it that time because when it was given to me, I didn't really understand the situation. I was a little inebriated. So when I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, let me just take this back. But then I stopped myself because I was like, hey, this bag is open, which is a federal offense. That's illegal to open someone else's mail. So if I were to drop this off, even if I had all the items in there, even if I taped it back up, even if I tried to be as kind as possible, if I were to do this, depending on who this person is and how miserable they are, they could get me in some trouble over some shit that I didn't even open and that I tried to give back. So I say that to say, now we gotta move with some extra caution, because what is really going on? And this young woman said it the best right here.
And I'll say it, she's black.
That's on period. So drop down in the comments, help me understand, let me know what's going on. Okay, again, this is No Face, No Case. What's next?